welcome to another edition of The Night Sky this week. I'm your host, Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I'm here every week talking about what you can see in the night sky for the coming week, from Monday to Monday, basically. And I gear these shows basically for everyone who is a rank beginner, somebody who's a casual sky watcher, maybe has some clear nights and has seen some things and is wondering what those little pinpoints of light are. Well, this show is for you, and it's also for those who have a telescope and binoculars and want to kind of clue in on some interesting things maybe worth checking out with your telescopes and binoculars. So without further ado, of course, this week we're talking about many different things. And one of the things I wanted to concentrate on right off the bat is the conjunction of neighboring planets. I don't know if you've seen it. If you get up early enough in the morning, some of you I do know are early birds. This is something worth looking at. And regardless of where you are around the world, conjunctions, which are planets that come close together, are fantastic to view. Some of them happen in the evening sky, some in the morning, like the one that's happening right now. And it really is this morning and tomorrow, Tuesday morning, is really the best time to see this because two planets, Saturn and Mars, are very close together in our early morning skies. So before I just jump in and show you the planetarium program, I just wanted to say hi to everyone. I've got the comments open. I love seeing where you guys are all located around the world watching this broadcast. I'm broadcasting from Montreal, Canada. It is still some snow on the ground, but it's nice. It's plus 6 degrees. It's mostly sunny. And it's fantastic, and I'm getting the itch to go outside and doing some sky watching this evening of myself, and maybe even tomorrow morning to see that beautiful conjunction. I'm seeing folks from New Mexico, from Italy, Alberta, Canada, Texas. Oh my goodness, people from all over the place. Michigan, Lubbock, Texas, Central Washington, from Marseille, France, from the United Kingdom, from Turkey, from Hawaii, and all over the world. It's just wonderful to see folks from everywhere, from Trinidad too. So wonderful. You must have some really nice skies there, Sean, from Trinidad. And let's just dive right in. Okay, so here's the planetarium program. Let me just put it up on screen. There we go. So what I have set is for the conjunction, is this planetary encounter in the early morning. So what you want to do is be outside somewhere around 45 minutes to a half hour before your local sunrise. What you're looking at right now is set for, let me just set it for, this was this morning, Monday morning, April 4th, as I'm broadcasting this. This morning, this was the view looking towards the southeastern skies. So right off, the first thing that you'll see is brilliant Venus. It is a beacon of light. It's a pinpoint of light. It's a star-like object, but super bright. It's the brightest thing in that part of the sky in the east-southeast in the early morning. So you cannot miss it. But what you'll notice if you look very carefully towards the right of Venus is a very close pair of a little bit fainter dots. Let me zoom in on them for you. So we're zooming in, and you can see separated very clearly. The one on the left that is yellowy color is Saturn, the ring planet, and the one next to it that is orange in color is Mars. And look how close they appear. So this is the view in the sky. And I know you guys are also seeing this over here. That's Jupiter. Jupiter used to be in our evening skies a few months ago, dominating last year the evening skies. Now it's switched over into the early morning. It's just coming out of the glare of the dawn. So in the next few weeks, it's going to get easier and easier to see. By the end of April, it will just be gorgeous. And there is another conjunction happening end of April. I'll talk more about that soon. But this one that's right now is Saturn and Mars with Venus close by. But look how close I should say Saturn and Mars are. And if we look at it through binoculars, this is what you would see in binoculars. Okay, this is how you would separate the two planets. And Venus is off to the left. You can't. There we go. It's just out of the field of view with binoculars. You'd sweep to the right of Venus if you're in the northern hemisphere. Left if you're in the southern hemisphere. And look at that. There is the two planets separated. Now, through a telescope, this is the view through a telescope. There we go. See, look at that. I've just zoomed this. So that about means that in your small backyard telescope, you point it towards these two planets. You can see both planets in one field of view. That is incredible. To be able to see two neighboring worlds at the same time is pretty special. And what, of course, is amazing is you'll see the rings of Saturn. Here, I'll just zoom in a little bit more for you. You can see there's the rings, right? The sky isn't totally dark, remember? That's why it's kind of got this funny background color. It's not completely black because, of course, it's the approaching dawn, right? As the sky lights up, you can still see those rings around Saturn, what makes that planet so famous. And just think that Saturn is 1.2 billion kilometers away. That's how far, that's the distance of it. And it takes 78 minutes for the light to travel from Saturn to reach your eye. It's really incredible. And then we got neighboring Mars, right? So you have Mars down here. And look at there, there's Mars. And if you look at Mars, even with the naked eye, if I zoom out and just looking at it with the naked eye, you will notice that Mars has a distinctive orange hue. And that's really due to all the iron oxide on the surface of the planet. You have to remember that Mars is filled with dust, and it's just filled. It's a very dusty, sandy planet, and the content of the chemistry of the dust is iron oxide, and that's why it's just got this rusty color, because it's the same chemistry that happens here with rust on Earth. That's what's giving the color on Mars, and you can see this color with the naked eye. Of course, this is a beautiful shot taken by an orbiter around Mars, but look at how beautiful it is to view with just the naked eye. I mean, it's incredible to be able to see it, right there with the color is impressive. And, Mars is about 240 million kilometers away from us. It takes light over 17 minutes to reach your eye from these two planets. So then you've got Venus next to it, which is a powerhouse. It is only about 70 million kilometers away, and it takes light just over 6 minutes to reach your eye from Venus. But, Mars and Saturn does look awfully close, don't they, in the sky? This, of course, is an optical illusion. They're not really that close, because if I would magically go into orbit around around the solar system and just go above the plane of the solar system, there's Mars up close. But if I kind of zoom out of Mars, and those lines that you're seeing are all the orbital pathways drawn, that the circular pathways that the planets do take individually. So here is the solar system. I'm going to go above the plane of the solar system, where you can see all the tracks of the planets. You see those? All those circular lines. There's the sun down at the bottom. There is Mercury right there. Where's Earth? Let's see if I can get it a little bit farther. There we go. There's Earth. So Earth on the lower right here. You can see it. There's the sun in the center of the solar system. You have Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. Venus is right there. Think of where Venus is in the sky in the early morning. I was just showing you, right? So you have Venus, and then you have Mars, and where's our friend Saturn? Friend Saturn. So from our vantage point, right, from looking at, you can look at the distance that exists between Saturn and Mars. It's huge. It's hundreds of millions of kilometers separate Saturn and Mars, right? But from our vantage point here on Earth, look, if I go down here, and I remember we're all on this little blue dot here, and we're looking into our sky, we'll see Venus, Mars, and Saturn close together in our sky. So they apparently look like they're close, all bunched up in our sky, but they're actually separated by vast distances in our solar system. Look at that. See that? It's just a matter of perspective. So when we look at the at these worlds, and there's the sun off to the side, right? That makes sense. If we look at it from our vantage point, the sun is here, off to the side, rising in the early morning, looking towards the southeast. This is about 45 minutes, half hour before your sunrise. There is Venus, Saturn, and Mars. So this is something that is going to be really beautiful. And this is set for Monday, right? So this is what we saw this morning. Look at what happens by tomorrow. Look at the two planets. I'm going to zoom in on them, right? Look at Mars and Saturn. So tomorrow, boom, look at that. Now Saturn is on Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning, this is where the two will be. Saturn will be above Mars. Isn't that neat? And then, of course, if we look at it from a wide angle and I continue going, look over the days. So this is Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look what's happening. So you've got Saturn pulling away from Mars, and you have also simultaneously Jupiter rising out of the glow of the sunrise, right? So this means it's a great setup for a beautiful lineup. Look at that lineup of planets. You got Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Saturn, all in the beautiful lineup. And I'll tell you, later this month, by April 24th to May 1st, the moon will also join these planets, and you'll have a great show, dance of them. And in fact, if you guys know, I work with Astronomers Without Borders, and they're putting on a wonderful photo campaign called Beauty Without Borders, where we're going to ask people like yourselves, take out your phone, your smartphones, and capture that beautiful moon with the planets. So there'll be more information in the comments. I'll post a link to that Beauty Without Borders photo campaign, and we love to have everyone participate. So come on out and join Astronomers Without Borders. It's Global Astronomy Month this month, April. Let's not forget. Lots of really cool things happening in the sky all month long. There's really good activities that you can do. They're very family friendly. I'm going to post a link to the calendar of Global Astronomy Month events, the official calendar, in the comment section after this show, so that you can go and browse around and see what you'd like to participate in terms of stargazing and learning about astronomy and all the good that it can do with people around the world. It's really, really neat. It's the largest astronomy festival in the world, and it's in its 13th year, Global Astronomy Month. So I'll give you some links to check that out. So that's in the morning. So what about if in the evening? So if I switch this to the sunset skies. All right, here we go. And I go back, we're on Sunday. I want to go back to today, and then just put it in the sunset. There we go. Look at there. You just saw probably on your screen, there's our friend the moon looking towards the west. So Monday night. So this is today, after sunset today, Monday, April 4th. There's the crescent moon right there, and it is embedded in the chest of Taurus the bull. So you have this nice thin crescent moon, and look at that. There's going to be a beautiful orange-colored star called Aldebaran that'll be very close. It's about 36 light years away, and it's going to be very close to the moon. And look what else is close to the crescent moon. Bring out those binoculars, folks, because this is really, really beautiful. Is the star cluster called the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters. It's one of the closest star clusters to Earth. It's about 350 light years away, approximately, and it's a group of 7 stars that are visible to the naked eye. They form almost a miniature, like Little Dipper. You see that formation right there? Almost like a Little Dipper. And this is what it looks like up close. Really just a gorgeous sight. Let me turn down some of the names because I find that just... there's a density of names. It's just too much. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a cluster of actual stars that were born together, and they are aging. They're about somewhere between 10 to 100 million years old. That's still youngsters, teenagers. They're slowly moving away apart from each other over time. They were born in the same star cloud, and they still have some gaseous dust surrounding the stars. That's why you see it's sort of gassy blue colors around it. That's kind of like a their nursery blanket is still surrounding these young little stars. Still, they haven't left their nursery just yet. So this is visible to the naked eye, and it's right next to the moon. You can see where the moon is. This is what it'll appear like, and through binoculars, this is what you would see. Is that incredible? Just incredible. A low power binocular will show this pairing. I think it's just fantastic. Try it out. This is tonight, Monday, April 4th. It's something really beautiful, beautiful sight. So the moon is going to be right there, showcased in the west after sunset tonight. So as soon as it gets dark, try that out, folks. And then if we kind of move in the days, so by Tuesday, the moon will be on the head of Taurus the Bull, still within Taurus constellation, but very close to the star Aldebaran, that orange giant star that marks the eye of the bull. The moon will be right next door. So this is Tuesday, April 5th, is where the moon will be. And we're following the moon from night to night. It's really neat. Look at that. Now on Wednesday, April 6th, the moon is going to be still a crescent, but now is in between the horns of the bull. And if we go really, really close up, now if this is a telescope object, and because the moon's glare is close by, it's a little bit challenging, but I'll point it out that the moon is basically pointing to what's called the Crab Nebula. Right there. The Crab Nebula, very special for backyard sky watchers, and I'll tell you why. It's because it is basically it's a gas cloud that represents an explosion of a giant star that was seen back in the year 1054 AD. Ancient astronomers back in the year 1054 AD from China to South America to the Indian tribes in North America noticed this, marked this down. There's actual written references on petroglyphs, on scripts written of a brand new star shining. And it was so bright for 2 weeks, it actually could cast shadows. It was very brilliant. And it's now represented by this expanding gas cloud. I'll show you what it looks like. This is the Crab Nebula. It's also known as Messier 1 on the famous Charles Messier list of deep sky objects, objects beyond our solar system. And it's the number 1 on the list, and it's just beautiful. It is a challenge to see with binoculars. It looks like a tiny smudge, very, very faint, and you really need a small telescope at the very least to start really appreciating this object. But what it is the knowledge that it's a giant star that went supernova. Supernova meaning that it's a star that's at least 10 times more massive than our sun that exploded. And it's really incredible that we can actually see the remnants of that explosion. And it's 6,200 light years away. That's where the Crab Nebula is. And it's going to be very close to the moon. This is going to be on Wednesday, April 6th. So that's where the moon is going to be residing. And then if we continue the moon's trek, it'll be in Gemini, very close at the feet of Gemini. You can see another star cluster. This one's very good for binoculars, is going to be right next to it, right here. It's called M35. There's the moon. There's M30. Where are you looking in the sky? We're looking in the western part of the sky, in the high western, southwestern part of the sky. M35 is a beautiful, what we call an open star cluster. It's 3,000 light years away. And this is what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like right there. There's that gem. And there's a smaller, more concentrated part that's really visible through backyard telescopes right next to it. But this grand cluster, just bunch of blue diamonds all bunched together in one small part of the sky. Really beautiful. Highly recommend to look at it. And it's just amazing to think that it's 3,000 light years away. Again, the distances are just mind-blowing. It means that it takes light 3,000 years to get to your eye when you're seeing M35 this week. And remember, this is Thursday, April 7th. Thursday, April 7th. And then the moon will still be in Gemini on Friday, but pairing up with the Gemini twins stars, Castor and Pollux. Castor and Pollux, beautiful pair of stars. There's one of them, Pollux. There's Castor, this one right here next to it. Oh, there we go. Can just get it off on screen there. And that's where the moon will be on Friday, April 8th. Then by Saturday, check this out. The moon is entering Cancer the crab. Where are we looking? We are looking towards the south, high southwestern sky. And there in Cancer, you'll see there is another beautiful cluster called the Beehive cluster. And if you've been around with me long enough, you know it's one of my favorite sky watching objects, and the moon regularly in its monthly cycles ends up pairing with it. And so if you haven't seen it or you haven't watched it in a while, just take a look. The moon, quarter moon, is going to be next to the Beehive cluster. This is Saturday, April 9th. The Beehive is 600 light years away. It's just a gorgeous collection of dozens of diamond stars that are blue, white, and some are yellow. It's a great mixture. It's really visually appealing star cluster, and the moon will be guiding you right to it. And again, this is Saturday, April 9th. If we go to Sunday, it'll hop onto, the moon will be on the other side of Cancer, right in between the claws of Cancer the crab. And right below it will be still the Beehive cluster. So even on Sunday, April 10th, the moon acts as a great guidepost with binoculars to find the Beehive star cluster. And then finally on Monday next week, I'll be broadcasting this and repeating this. The moon will be a waxing gibbous and will be next to the bright star Regulus, which marks the heart of Leo the lion. How about that, folks? Tons of stuff in the skies this week. The moon is parading through the evening sky and showing us beautiful deep sky objects, one after the other, and brilliant star clusters, exploding stars. There's something for everyone, from naked eye viewing to telescopes. And if you're an early bird, don't miss out on the beautiful conjunction between Saturn and Mars Tuesday, tomorrow morning, April 5th. And after, if you see it later this week, you'll still see those two planets close together, but moving apart slowly from morning to morning. So you don't want to miss that. So that's it, folks, for this week. Thanks so much for joining me for a few moments out of your time. If you like this video, please tune in. I'm here every week. Make sure you hit that notification button, and do please show your support by subscribing to my channel, whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. It really helps me out a lot, and give it a video a big thumbs up and share it with your network, your family and friends. Let's get more people looking up at the night sky. It is a lot of fun, easy to do. Only takes a few minutes of your time. And with that, thank you so much. I am Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy, signing out and wishing all of you clear skies. Bye-bye.